Whoa! They're actually doing new megas? I was hoping for some, but I'm still stoked to see it.
Yeah, I really, really hope we get a Mega Evolution for Cinderace.
Cinderace? Seriously? Don't they already have a G-Max? Plus, they're a starter. They don't need a Mega on top of all that.
Oh yeah, because you've got such a better idea for new Megas.
As a matter of fact, I think I do. 6 better ideas, actually.
That's oddly specific.
Yeah, I know.
What does that mean? Where are you looking at? What's going on?
Number 6, Carnivine. Whoa, hey, you ever heard of someone hunting for Carnivine? Now for Carnivine, I picked one of the 2 games that it's in on the Switch, where it's easy to find. A little too easy, honestly. But Legends Arceus nonetheless. From how many I've phased on over the years, it's a little weird actually going out of my way to hunt one. Still, with a fully filled out dex for the thing, I didn't even have to do one outbreak or an MMO. In fact, I was in an MMO looking for a Carnivine while I found this. That just goes to show you, you don't need to hunt Carnivine. Carnivine hunts you. The thing about Carnivine isn't that it's bad per se. It's just, I don't know, missing something. The shiny is boring and the move pool for this thing is just so whatever. It's a super underwhelming mon and it's a shame. It's a super silly design. And a Venus Flytrap Pokemon is a fun concept. A Mega Evolution could take this line that's so underwhelming and maybe make some people actually put this thing on their teams. Number 5, Dodrio. So, with Dodrio, okay, look, I know we're only on part 5 of 6 in this video, but look, I just need to ramble, alright? So I wanted to put Dodrio on this list because I thought it'd be more interesting to hunt than just, I don't know, Doduo. This led me to going to Let's Go Eevee. Let's Go Eevee shouldn't be too hard to hunt in, so I started hunting. Only after 9 Doduo. I'd already phased on a shiny Charizard. So then I kept hunting and hunting and hunting
and hunting
and hunting
and hunting. 322. What happened? I got a shiny. But not a shiny Dodrio. I got a shiny Chansey. If you know anything about Chansey at Let's Go, you know that this thing is the monster of Let's Go Eevee. But, you know, usually a dog on Legends Arceus is being very generous with his shinies, but the fact that I can't even get my chain started back for Doduo. I'm a cat of standards. I said I would catch Dodrio and Let's Go. I would never just give in to temptations and move into a different game. I'm sorry. I owe you guys one Let's let's go shiny in the future. Now I'm going to glaze this Dodrio, because I love Dodrio. It's one of my favorite flying types, and that's coming from someone who isn't a Gen 1 glazer or a flying type glazer. I mean, Dodrio is just a silly Billy, so he transcends being Gen 1 and a flying type for me. A goofy goober. The problem? This MF has been irrelevant since Gen 2. I want Dodrio to get some limelight, some relevancy. If Victory Bell can get a Mega, why not Dodrio? Maybe someone would finally use this Pokemon. Number 4, Scovillain. Well, I'm already in Scarlet, so might as well make the most of it. Not that I exactly have a bunch of games to hunt this guy in. That's right, coming in at the number 4 spot is the Gen 9 Pokemon Scovillain. Now, Scovillain is a pretty new Pokemon for being on this list, but I've got my reasons. This guy is the final evolution of a 2-segment line, which is fine, but doesn't make the Pokemon feel sort of, I don't know, lackluster. Also, the typing is awesome. A unique combo of grass and fire. We've all been begging for, and this is the Pokemon. I mean, don't get me wrong, again, I love this Pokemon's design, but it's not all too great. So that's a shame that we waited this long for this Pokemon typing, and the Pokemon is mid at best. But what could fix it being mid? But a Mega. So about this hunt, obviously I did a spicy sandwich, but barely 11 minutes in, and after Dodrio, I think the Pokemon Company is just mocking me. I really miss how Legends Arceus handled wild encounters. I got Scovillain with 18 minutes to... Wait, 18 minutes? I can't waste that, Sammy! Hang on, number 3.5? Volcarona! I want a Mega for this Pokemon because, hold on, let me check my papers here. Because Volcarona. Okay, next. Number 3, Toxtricity. I can't escape this game. Toxtricity is a replacement pick. Originally, I was going to put Zangoose in this spot, but I kept finding Toxtricity. And you know what? Toxtricity, it could use a Mega too. I mean, after losing its Gigantamax, so it really needs something to make it more relevant and especially more powerful. Especially after losing its G-Max move that it had. Now, allow me to paint you guys a picture using a different piece of media to try and explain how it feels to fight with Toxtricity not having access to its G-Max form.
Let me put it in a language you can understand.
You may have heard about the terrifyingly difficult boss fight that is the Roaring Knight. For the Roaring Knight, you really need an item called the Shadow Mantle. Of course, the Shadow Mantle isn't going to exactly make the boss easy, but it's going to make the boss easier. So it's important to have it, because if you don't, you are more vulnerable. So the G-Max form is Toxtricity's Shadow Mantle. Unfortunately, Toxtricity is a bit of a limp noodle, especially with its physical weakness. Especially ground types. Honestly, I think the best thing a Mega for Toxtricity could do is not only buff its physical strength, but also maybe just make G-Max Stun Shock, but again, maybe you can downgrade it a little bit, because let's be honest, if anybody has ever went up against a G-Max Toxtricity while doing Dynamax adventures, you know how horrible that is when you come out both poisoned and paralyzed because of it. But hey, if Toxtricity does get a Mega, maybe him and Lucario could have a bit of a rivalry for the era. Number 2, Scolipede. So finally, we're getting out of Scarlet and heading into a different region! Yay! Stepping back a generation, I figured hunting Scolipede and Sword would be fun, since, well, it's not in Scarlet anyway, and nor does Scolipede appear anywhere else. Which is sad. Just did some soft resets in the Forest of Focus, nothing too special. Well, it shouldn't have been. But it only took 2 days to get. That was 3 hours and 8 minutes of actual playtime to get. I honestly expected this to take a week at least, not 2 days? Well, 357 encounters later, and, well, it's already here, and what a beautiful shiny. Seriously, Scolipede is already my favorite bug type, and one of my favorites, period. They didn't have to go this hard with the Pokemon, and especially that shiny! But, my boy has been done wrong by Game Freak. Unfortunately, we have to be real, Scolipede is a regional bug type, and usually those aren't too good anyway. But Scolipede is just mid at best, especially for the region that it's in. I mean, you can get anything on Route 1 that'll outclass it by the time you have Scolipede. Especially if you pick up a Lillipup, there is no reason to get a Scolipede. I know it's a normal type compared to a bug poison type, but the stat difference is just absolutely insane. I'd take almost any bug over this one if it wasn't just for how much I love Scolipede. So don't let me saying all this rude stuff about Scolipede make you think that I hate it. I love Scolipede. It's an absolutely amazing Pokemon design, and I may not be a huge fan of bugs in real life, but if Scolipede was real, I would have one immediately. But a new Mega would mean my favorite buddy would get some limelight, and I could actually get some use out of it. That would be wonderful. Number 1, Cacturne. Alright, let's get serious here for a second. I really like Cacturne. In fact, I love this Pokemon just because, I mean, look at them. They're scrunkly, they're silly, just a little guy. An absolutely adorable smiling face. Oh my gosh, a gorgeous shiny. But appearance is the only good thing about Cacturne. First off, the stats. Meaning it's beaten out by literal Route 1 grass types. And if that's not bad enough, the distribution is god-awful. In theory, they're a hard-hitting grass type, It's slow as hell and is weak as hell. With how low these stats are, it might as well just be a literal leaf. Besides, who thought making it a physical beast was a good idea?
Huh?
Grass types naturally suck with defense. So to give it to such a weak type combination of dark and grass? I mean, seriously? It's beaten out by bugs. This thing beaten out by bugs. Are you serious? It's so close to being perfect. I mean, look at them. And its abilities. Oh, its abilities suck. Look, I'm no competitive player, so I can't tell you how good abilities are really. But I mean, why? Why these two? These two only? One being something that you have to get through, an ability capsule? What? All you can say about these abilities is they're circumstantial at best. But we're still not done yet. Can you tell me how many regions Cacturne can be found inside of natively? Meaning you don't have to bring them in. And remember, we have 9 generations now, so keep that in mind. So, since Gen 3, and with 9 generations under our belt, technically more with Hisui, how many regions has Cacturne appeared in thus far? Alright, pencils down. Drum roll, please. No need. Come on, it's just
Two.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Cacturne has only appeared in
Two.
other region outside of Hoenn. We're not even counting the fact that it's in Oraz. Yes, of course it is. It's a Hoenn Pokemon. Of course it's going to be there. And it's sad. I would love for Cacturne to be usable, but sorry. I gotta carry away there. Simply put, I just want a Mega for Cacturne that actually makes it usable, viable, and actually something you could decently ponder about picking up. I was dragged into hunting Cacturne in Shining Pearl. I was pretty lucky with Pokeradar this time. I only lost 4 chains to get the 17 method going. And soon, the baby was mine! Well, we have reached the end. Now, a lot of my picks were unconventional, but to me, Megas shouldn't just be given out to Pokemon for being popular, especially if that Pokemon is strong. I'm sorry, but Dragonite does not need to be stronger. Weaker guys deserve love too. Pokemon that would be ignored without getting some sort of boost. And no, Flygon does not need a Mega. I will die on this hill. Flygon is at the top of their charts, going against Garchomp! But just in case you weren't paying attention to the entire video, here's the list on screen. I mean, if you just had this on as background noise, hey, thanks for the engagement. Oh, speaking of engagement, if you have any Pokemon you think deserves a Mega, drop them below in the comments. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed. Hi, editing Olivia here. Different from YouTube Olivia, I promise. I just wanted to take a second to shout out my wonderful bestie, Jamie, who not only helped with writing this script, but also appeared in the video. Also, I would just like to give a pre-heads up that due to Legends ZA coming out very, very soon, I will be taking a small hiatus from content creation and overall YouTube stuff. I've got some more Pokemon content planned for the future, as well as some other non-Pokemon related stuff. So, yeah. By the way, liking the video isn't optional. You have to. Why? Carnivine.